What's up, everyone? Sean Count Blaggerth here with an album review, this time of the 2011 self-release of Epicland, Bound for Greatness. This review is actually going to be a multi-part review, I guess, because I'm going to be reviewing the album that came before this, which is a purely Celtic slash like epic sort of music album where it's no metal. So that review will be coming up after this. First of all, I wanted to touch base with the black metal side of this band. Epicland is a one-man band hailing from California. They play a sound that is very, very bombastic, and as you can guess by the name, epic. This is not really an album where your typical black metal fan is really going to grasp to this and find something to really enjoy, because this album really isn't, in my opinion, a black metal record as much as it is just a very epic metal record. There's so much to this album where you have to really absorb it and not just kind of have it on in the background. There's not much going on, let's say, with the instrumentation other than the keyboards. The guitar is not the primary instrument with the, how should I put it, the more overall feel of the record. With this album, it's more based on the bombastic feeling that it invokes. And in my opinion, the only way I can really describe this record to someone is it's pretty much the Lord of the Rings, only metal. And that's a really, really cool thing because I love the Lord of the Rings. If I had to really pin down the guitar sound, it's kind of a flat sound. It's not too much to the back of it. There's not much of a backbone to the guitar. There's not a lot of punch or really chunk to it. It's got a flat sound, but the riffs that are played on it are very good, and the guitar is pretty much there just to kind of piece it all together and just kind of hold it together. It's like the glue for the drums and the keys. And as for bass, I don't really hear too much bass going on. There might not even be at all since it is a one-man band. If there is, it's kind of drowned in the mix, which isn't really a bad thing because in black metal I don't really listen to bass or listen to it for the bass, or really even epic metal. The drums are programmed. They sound pretty damn good though for being programmed. Definitely not the best drum machine sound I've heard, but for what it is, it sounds good and actually sounds pretty damn believable. The keyboards are just big, and this is what hits you, and really what kind of made my ears go a little, how should I put it, turned off to it just a little bit at first, was the mixing of the album being keyboards front and center, boom, in your face. That's what the keys are. But with that said, what the keys really do is they just bring that epic, bombastic feeling. So if you're into keyboards and just orchestrations and Celtic and folk stuff, you'll really dig this. The atmosphere of this album is just this huge sounding epic journey that you get with bands such as Summoning. You get that with bands like Crack Angren, in my opinion. Even Battlelore. This really reminds me of Battlelore with the epic Tolkien atmosphere. Really, really good, huge sounding stuff that reminds me a lot of Graveland, which is a very good thing, because I'm a huge Graveland fan, and anything that can make me think of Graveland is a very good thing. And speaking of Graveland, the vocals really remind me of a more whispery Rob Darkin. Although I'm not a big fan of whispery vocals per se, they work very, very well for the overall sound of this record. If it was anything too powerful or screechy, it would take away from the epicness of the keyboards and the orchestrations going on with it. I love the lyrics from what I can understand. There's narrations on here, which I believe was actually done by the guy who narrated Oblivion, which is really cool. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. That's really awesome they got him on there. There's some female vocals, choir, but that more sounds like a keyboard choir, which also reminds me of Graveland / Lord Wind. I just have to say, this is a very good record. It's a grower, definitely. I mean, at first, if you listen to it, you'll may be a little bit iffy, but if you give it multiple listens, this will grow onto you, because it is a long record. It is just a big sound. I mean, it's 14 tracks. This album is just huge. And to really, truly absorb it, you need to listen to it all at once. So set aside some time, listen to this album, and absorb it, and then make your decision about it from there. But to me, this is a very strong release, and I'm really looking forward to what else this band puts out. And Epicland has my full support. For a score, I'm going to have to give this a solid 8.5 out of 10. I recommend you check it out. Link will be to the Facebook page below and the YouTube channel, where you can actually listen to this album on his channel. Really, really good stuff. Check him out. Support him. Pick up the CD. And give him a like on Facebook. So, 8.5 out of 10. Check this out. And give it a few listens. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And as always, keep it metal.